I'd like to thank Elementor for sponsoring today's video. And I'm going to show you how you can create your very own website just like this without having to write a single line of code. In addition, I'm going to show you how you can utilize AI to enhance your website and create the process much faster, as well as this option right here, which is essentially a mega menu, and you can add in anything you'd like, such as a video, additional menu items here, images, you name it. And that is all going to be done utilizing WordPress and Elementor. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So in order to get started, you're going to need Elementor hosting. And this is the best hosting to utilize when building your WordPress websites. And here are the current plans. And as you can see, we have this light version. Now, at the time of this video, this is something that is currently going on for a set period of time. So if you're watching this in the future, you might not see this, but if you are watching this right now and you want to get started and not looking to spend that much into the website hosting, then you're in luck. Then you can definitely go ahead and choose the light plan. In addition, there is the basic plan, which is the default one they have that I have been using. And also there is business and grow. And one quick thing I'd like to let you know is the basic plan as well as the ones higher, such as the business and grow, those come with Elementor Pro, whereas the light plan, it comes with the Elementor Core version, which is the free option. So do keep that in mind when you are deciding on which plan to choose. So again, if you aren't sure where to go, be sure to click the link in the description below, and this will lead you directly to the hosting websites so you can see all of the different plans and get started. So now, quick overview on what is different. In general, the main thing is 1, the website visits, and 2 is the storage, and then there's additional details here. But mainly for people making websites, you want people to go to your website and get traffic, and that's why you'd like to look at the actual monthly visits. So if you are starting out brand new, you're not too sure how many people are going to visit, 10,000 monthly visitors is quite a large number, especially if you don't have any sort of following or really know where to put the website out there. And then they have 25, 50, etc. In addition, if you want more than one website, then you need to go with the grow plan. But if you are just doing one website, then most of these plans here, light, basic, and then business, could work for you. So again, if you want to start off with the light plan, feel free to go with it, but I'm going to go ahead and select the basic, and let's go ahead and see the next steps. And now here we are on the checkout page. So if you do not have an account, go ahead and create one, and then simply enter in your payment details. And then once you have set that up and went through with everything, I will see you on the next page. So now here we are on the dashboard for Elementor. Now you might see a different screen or setup process, but at the end, you should be over to this site. Now, if you do not see this screen, definitely I can show you how to get there. So simply, if you see this screen, go ahead and click on this top left logo and click Exit to WordPress. And now here we are on the WordPress dashboard. So now if you do get to this site, you can go simply click back here with Edit with Elementor, and that'll drag you back to the dashboard where you can go ahead and start editing your websites just like we have here. Now, for the sake of this current setup, we actually are going to utilize one of their kits that make your life much easier for creating a website. So let's actually go back to this icon and go Exit to WordPress. And I'm just going to showcase quickly what this is. This essentially is the back end for WordPress, where you can pretty much upload your post for blogs. You have some media, so a lot of content, images, etc. Your menus, your pages, and additional details, which I'll cover later in the tutorial. But as you can see right now, we have this option. Didn't select a kit, select one right now. So let's go ahead and actually click on this tab. And this is going to showcase all the different kits that Elementor has available. And as you can see, these are pre-built templates for website designs that fit a wide variety of different niches. So if you do enjoy doing things very quickly and you already see a template that fits your website idea, definitely feel free to select that. However, if you do want to start from scratch, then you simply can just skip this step and then just do it as from the beginning what we saw earlier. So I'm just going to simply go through these different websites, and this one actually stands out to me, and I like this because one, it says digital marketing agency. However, it has a typical design layout with information, image that you could pretty much recycle for a ton of different website ideas. So let's actually go ahead and click on this view demo. And now we can see a live view of what the template is currently looking like. And if you already like everything here and this fits exactly what you need to do, all you have to do is simply change out the text, the images, and the colors, and then you pretty much have a fully built out website for you. But if you don't like it, I'll show you exactly how to change everything, delete sections, you name it. So let's go ahead and click on this top right corner Appli Kit. And here it says you can use everything in this kit or customize to only include some items. So again, since we are utilizing this kit, we're going to hit apply all. And then now it's asking us enable unfiltered file uploads. So again, if you want to go with this, you can. But for now, let's just go. I'm just going to skip this one. So it says the kit is now live. So let's actually go ahead and click see it live. And as you can see, this looks rather strange. So what we can do is go back to this dashboard. Let me hit close. Let's click edit with Elementor. And now we can see it looks a little bit better than what we saw on that previous page. And essentially, I believe that is just showcasing a different page on the sites that wasn't the actual parts that we were supposed to see. So actually, yeah, let's go back to the dashboard. Now we can see this is what it's currently looking like. And it seems like this logo is making things problematic right now. So what I can go here is click on this header, and looks like it simply fixed that problem. So now let's go back here, and now we can see this is the current preview. This essentially is the live version, but we're on the editor, so we haven't actually officially published this yet. But basically you can see this is exactly what we just saw from the previous page. So now let us go ahead and start editing this. So here, this is pretty easy to do if you have never used Elementor. Is pretty much you see text, you can click into it. So like right here, this is a box, which let me see right here, you see your digital presence. So if I click into this box, now you can see I can change these words. So the digital presence is about to skyrocket. So if I simply just go here is about to, and let's just change this to take off. And there we go. You can see we just added the text. Now you can also edit with AI. So this is a feature that Elementor has added, and you can pretty much go here, click on this, and once you have approved the terms and conditions, click on get started, and now we can see this is our current text. However, we can say, let's do this. Change the tone. Maybe make it inspirational. And what it will do is change it to something else. You can make it longer, shorter, grammar issues, whatever you'd like to do. Feel free to play around with this. Again, this is currently showcasing the beta option, so there might be some slight things that might not work as pleased, but for the most part, it seems to do the job for text-based prompts. So let's go ahead and click on use text. And you can also manually literally go and just erase new words if you don't like them. So we can see here, and this might be slightly larger than I would like, so I can go here to styling. Now this is where you pretty much change colors, the font styles, typography, as well as the shadows, etc. So let's go ahead in here and let's do text color, just for example. Change it to red. You can see it's just like that. Any color you want to. I'm gonna keep it at the default color. Typography, click on this little pencil icon, and this is what I was looking for, the size. So let's go ahead and let's decrease the size and see how this looks. So let's do, I'm gonna put this at 80. And you might have noticed right now, it has these weird spacings in between the lines. So here, this is the line height. If I were to change this to the same fonts, 80 and 80 here, it looks a little bit better. Now you might think, okay, it doesn't look the same effect as the originally. Well, we can go here and change the thickness, aka the weight. And now you can see it looks a little bit better. Maybe we can play around with 500. And you can see there's a significant difference if I switch to 6. And you can see here, this is what we currently are working with. And I think that looks pretty cool. Again, you can always play around with that. But that is the basics in terms of editing for the text. And then click back onto here, this box. And let me make sure I have it there. Let's go to, just click on the heading, and that shows our heading menu again. And then we can go to advanced, and we can see there's margin padding, alignment, and this is more advanced stuff like CSS classes as well. This is mainly if you want to make it, these are essentially like minor tweaks that you want to add to your website after you've done all the editing, but for now we can keep this because we don't need to use it for this particular example. Next, this is our structure tab here. You don't have to have this up, but this essentially just showcases the order of the website. So we have the container, which is surrounding everything. We have the heading, which is here, and then we can go in here, another container, and then there's containers within containers, and we can see there's like images. So if I were to hide this, you can see that's the one that's starting here. Same here. So again, this is an overview. If you are confused on your current structure of your website, you want to fix it in certain ways, maybe change this section above here, then you can go ahead and plan that out there. But for now, I'm simply going to exit off of this because I just do not need this. And now, let me just make sure you know where to go if you just want to create something brand new. So up here, this plus sign, click on this, and this is where you can go ahead and add in things. So again, you saw the containers, which essentially is the rectangle box around everything, and then grid, and these are different layouts depending on your website style. But for example, let's say you want to add another heading, just click and drag, and it's just that easy. And now you can say here, this is a new heading, or essentially this would just say new sentence, whatever you want to put here, but just for example's sake. And now you can see if I close this out, we now have this here. Now, if you don't like this, simply go over, right click, and then select delete. And there you go, vanish just like that. Same for the image, click on the image, and now you can see this, again, this is a pre-built kit, so it has images already uploaded. But if you're making from scratch or you want to add your own image, you can go here and select choose image and then upload your files here. The media library, this will showcase all the images that are part of this kit. So if you just want to go here and let me just choose, for example, this particular image, hit select. Now we can see that the website has updated with that image, and now you can see we have it just like that. And then you can see we have this section here about us, and this again, same thing with the button. You can see this has this nice little button effect. This also has cool animation, which you can also do on here as well. But for you want to change this, for example, text, you can actually go here, make it AI, but for buttons, I mean, they're pretty simple. And then you can add a link. So here you can select this. It can be either internal, or you can go to another page, or you can actually change this to open in a new window, and then you type in your website like www.whatever your website is.com, and that's essentially the setup for the buttons. And then we have the styling. So here we have normal, and then we have hover. So right now it has a hover effect, and then if you were to change this, for example, this is a gradient here, but if let's do, for example, if I hover, you can see it changes to black because it's set text color black. I go to red, if I click here, go to red, now you can see it does it like that. So again, the hover is this settings here. If you go mouse over it, these are the colors that you're seeing right here. If you go to normal, you can change the color here. Same thing, now you can see that it changes red. And let's go back, defaults, and then border type, it has a border, and that's essentially the outside part of the button. And the radius, that changes the curvature of the actual button. So depending on how much you want it to curve, that's how you want it. And also padding, essentially is the spacing you can see inside here. So if I want to change this to like some crazy number, you can see that it added this much more spacing on the top. So again, if you understand programming, this might make it easy, but if you don't, then don't worry. It's basically just talking about the padding, essentially the spaces around the current part of the button here. And that's pretty much the button. And now we can see we have additional sections, which are here, and what we do, etc. And for these, let's say if you do not want to have a section, let's say like this one right here. Go over here. Let's say you don't like this section. Well, if you can see, this is essentially the top part of it. If you just click on the X, deletes it just like that. And now it is gone. Now, let's say you want to add something new that you don't like on this template. Well, we can go over here, and there's the plus sign. You can see this, hit the plus, and now you have multiple different options. You have edit with AI, you have this plus sign here, so I'll click on this. let's do Flexbox. So this is a just type of layout setup. And let's choose the 2 squares. So again, the quick overview is that these are essentially grids layouts. So if you want text here, you can have an image on this side. You can have 1, 2, 3 images, or you can have, actually no, this is 2. Here you can have 3, 1, then content in the middle, etc. So here, let's just click on these 2 squares. Click on this box here. We can add in a heading, and with AI, and let's just say write something for a marketing agency, and let's just generate the text. And you can see boost your brand to success. So AI, that's pretty good. I probably would have never thought of that for text off the top of my head. And now you can see we have a text here. Same thing over here. Go down, and now you can see we have a lot of different options. Again, you can add in a paragraph text editor. Let's try with AI, and let's say write a paragraph describing benefits of a marketing agency, and let's just hold generate text. Then here you can say make it shorter, and again, this still is in beta, so if it is not doing what you want, definitely play around with this. But for now, let's hit use text, and you can see we have this. And again, you can go to styling, text color, you can change that, typography, make this larger, change up the line space. Let's do 32 here, and then let's try 32 here. Seems like it's working. With weight here, let's maybe do medium, and then we can see we just add this new section right here, and I think it looks fitting towards the actual current design of this layout. Now you might be thinking this is cool, but what if you want something that's already pre-made? Well, guess what? You can do that as well. So hit the plus sign again, and you can click on this folder icon. Now here, this is essentially Elementor's current templates that you can go ahead and choose from, and literally there's so many options here to pick, and all you have to do is select one. So like this, I like to say insert this, for example. Let me see what happened to it. Looks like I scrolled past it. Yeah, right here. Here, click insert. Now you can see right there, right away, it is right into the website's made it button, text, etc. Just like that. Go to styling, change the text color, make it white, because that fits with my current website theme. And look at that, we just have this added in here. Then I can change the button color as well. But that is a one quick way. So I'm gonna delete this because I don't need this here. Now let me show you another option. Click on the plus sign again. And now they also have a Pages template, which we can do later in the tutorial. This is very easy for showcasing new menu options, and also showcases your templates over here. So there's another option you might have noticed. If I click on the plus sign, AI, let's try this out. I'll just click on the AI button, and let's just say a marketing agency layout for testimonials. And let's go ahead and click on generate. And what this is going to do is, if your prompt is something that it can clearly identify and make similar to what you're asking for, then it'll showcase 3 different variations. Now, again, since this is in beta, some of the designs might not look as, I'd say, the same as the current pre-built templates from the designers that they have already made. However, again, as this progresses and gets much better, then you can definitely go ahead and change things up. But for now, it looks like this one is already pre-built. So let's actually click on use layout. And now you can see some things like here, this text wasn't perfect. So we can actually go ahead and change this. Let's try and see the line heights. 1.5 letter spacing. Yeah, so it looks like just the letter spacing wasn't fitting on here. But for the most part, you can see there's have this nice cool little thing with these boxes. And then basically, let's actually open this here. And this is actually really cool. Is it pre-created a slider mechanism and showcases different options. Now, if you understand programming, you understand that this is not some simple thing to just make. It takes quite a bit of code to just sit here and have it easily navigate over here. And with AI, we literally have that created in seconds. And then all you have to do is just change stuff up. So if you don't like this, we can delete this, go here. And again, play around with AI, see if you can do what you need it to do. But you can see that's another option in terms of creating a design for your website. So I'm just gonna exit off here, and I'll keep this one. I think this looks pretty cool here, so I'll keep that there. And then also, if you want to change like the background, you can click on those dots, and then click style, and then background type. Classic is usually the single color one. Change this to maybe let's see, we could copy this this header. Let's try that. Let me see. Actually, let's see if it's working. Yeah, it seems like. Yeah, there we go. Pick this one. And there we go. Now I think that looks actually pretty cool. And now we have that cool, simple thing right there. And then we can also go here, increase the sizing of this. So if you wanted to, you can change the padding and just, but let's do only top. So let's just go 50 here, and then bottom 50. And we added a little bit of padding. You can increase it more if you want to for design's sake, but I think I'll just keep it like this, simple. And there we go. Have this cool little section there. So this was the basics of the current Elementor dashboard. So again, click on the plus sign here to change up and add anything to the website. We have the site settings, which we will go into in a moment. And again, this showcases like your global fonts, your colors, typography, buttons. So for example, this kit has default colors. So whenever someone creates a website, it's easier to design it if you have predetermined colors. So if you want to change every single color of this particular one on the website, you can go here, edit all that stuff here. And let me just discard since I didn't do anything. As well as typography, even the site identity, background, layout, etc. And also CSS if you understand CSS too. Let me just go exit off this. And also the additional tabs here, which are the pages. And you can see these are showcasing all the different menu options that we have. The sample homepage, contact page, etc. And then also you can see the structure, which again, that's to showcase the website earlier, as well as notes here. Now, if you want to change the page you're viewing, you simply go and click on the down arrow and select the about page. And would you like to save the changes? Let's just go ahead and hit save. You can see this is the pre-built about page from this kit, but you can see that is already made there. In addition, you can see the tablet responsive view, which looks really good, already pre-designed for you, and also mobile as well, which makes life very easy. So again, let's go back here and let's go back to the home page. And now that was a quick overview of Elementor's editor, but there are still a few things that I need to show you to make your website complete. So let's go ahead and actually navigate back over to the WordPress dashboard. So go here, exit to WordPress. So here we are on the WordPress dashboard. Now, this is where you can do a lot of back-end things. So for example, first thing is I want to show you is the post. Now this is for people who like to create articles, blog posts. Essentially, if you are writing a lot of different articles and have a blog style website, then the post section is where you can spend most of your time. And you can see here we have a bunch of articles that are pre-written already, or say edited already from the current templates. So again, depending on the kit that you chose, you might have different examples here, but pretty much if you don't like them, you can trash them or delete them. But if you want to add a new post, simply click add new post. So here is showcasing a little walkthrough, so you can go ahead and check this out. You can make your own blocks and get to know the block library. And for this, we're just going to go right into it. So posts are pretty self-explanatory. You essentially make your own title. So we can say my first blog post. And then here you simply type in whatever you want to. So this is my first post. And then if you like, you can go ahead and publish this. In addition, you can change everything in terms of these settings. And regarding the post, you can see this will be the URL. And depending on the title that you create this, again, the URL link, it'll be saved so that you can be finding it with the particular naming, and especially for SEO. So if you want to have it say yourwebsite.com/myfirstblogpost, then you can have that happen. But for now, let's go ahead and just publish this, and you'll see how it currently looks. The visibility immediately, and you can also add some tags and additional features regarding the SEO. So I hit publish here, and now you can see we have our URL here. Now if I were to go and scroll over to the side, you can see that it made my title as the last part of the link. So right now this is not a published website with a domain, so right now it's just using the default Elementor's URLs for this site. And then if you view the post, which we can do right now, you will see that it showcases the post as well as, at least for this kit, the author, and then basically this is my first post. So you can see that's pretty self-explanatory and simple to do. Let's go back to the dashboard, and let me see here. I'll just click on the WordPress logo. That brings us back there, and we can just go here to dashboard so everybody's on the same page. And that is the post section. Media, you can upload some images and files there, but pages, let's go talk about the pages now. So in short, this is the pages on your website, aka this is where you can create your menu. So for right now, this is currently the default menu options. If you want to do a new menu, simply go here and you can say, for tutorial sake, I'll just call this new menu, just so it's very easy to see. And then when I create this, once it shows up and loads, we will have a new menu tab showcasing on the dashboard. So you can see it has created this new menu name, which I called it. And then you can see this is a new option, aka new page, where you can navigate just same as the home, about, etc. And then I'll show you now how to add this new menu option to your actual menu. So let's go exit to WordPress. And you saw that was the Elementor, the page was blank. So if you want to add content, you can go ahead and just create some content there. But now we have the appearance. So I'm going to go here to the menus option, and you can see here now we have this default main menu. And if we were to go ahead and click on this view all, you'll see we have our options here. And if I want to add something to the menu, I can see right now I do not see the option that we just created. So if I go here, let's try to double check, go to my pages again, just to make sure that we do have it there. New menu, and it says draft. So if I were to go here and let's go here, edit with Elementor. I'm actually gonna have to publish this menu option just for the sake of the tutorial, so you can see it actually being added properly. So let's actually publish this. And by the way, if you want to add something really quick, you can do AI, or you can just go here to the templates, make it from scratch, or just actually pre-add. So they have like pages right here, which you can have a fully built page. So let's just do this for the sake of it. And let me just make this like the example, and I'm gonna hit don't apply because I'm not sure what this current templates color scheme is, but for now looks like we have this as the setup, and then you can just add in stuff. But again, this is just for filler. And if I go back here, I'm gonna go ahead and publish that. So now it's official. Now we can go back to the dashboard of WordPress. So now that we see that it should be showcasing on the appearance menus option this time. There we go, we have new menu. So now if I go here, I click it, add to menu. Now we can see we have new menu. Now it says pending. So let's see, make sure if I save the menu first, and let's actually drag it to like under the about so you can clearly see. And I'll just hit save menu. Menu's been updated. Now we can actually go ahead and manage that with the live preview. So you can see that we have the new menu option that I just created. And if I click on this, you'll see it has the pre-template that I added as well for the page. So that's a super simple way to create a new menu option. Now let's exit off of this. And I'm just going to delete that because I do not want this. So I'll just hit remove here. Now here's the cool thing is we can actually create a new menu. So let me just do that. And first off, let me make sure we save the new current menu back to the defaults. Then let's do create a new menu. Now you don't have to do this. I'm doing this for a specific reason. So we can say mega. I'll just call this mega menu. And I'm naming this mega menu not because of this being the actual title, but this is just going to be for the options that we can select. And I'm actually going to show you how you can create your own mega menu option. So let's go ahead And let's just hit the display in the header location. Hit create menu. And now for this example, let's just add, let's do an about, let's do contact, social media, and maybe let's see, let's just keep that for now. Let's hit add to menu, and then let's hit save menu. So now let's go to templates and let's select theme builder. And now you can see we have this option header. Let's go ahead and select this option. And now what we can do is actually create a new header. So I'm gonna go select add new. As you can see, they have some pre-built templates right now, but let's actually exit off of this. And what I wanna do is hit the plus sign. Let us do Flexbox for now, and let's just keep this as a normal. And let's just select this option. And what's interesting here is I can actually drag in this option now for menu, and now we have these menu items here. Now depending on your style, if you like to have it positioned on this side, the center, let's just do the center for right now. We can call this our menu now, so we can say home, and then let me click into this. Let's call this one about, and this one let's just call this services. And here we can actually turn this into a mega menu by selecting this, and we can actually change this to drop down content. Now in terms of the URL link, we can actually have this go to the URL of the original services page, which we will need to get our website. So it'll have to be our website .com/ I'd assume you'd have it named services, but if you named it something else, you'd have to link there. But for this sake, let's just name this, just keep it blank for now. But let's go, and now we see if I select this, I can click into it. You can see, so I click into services, and now you see this widget drags in here. So now if I select this, now we can create something special. So I can go here, and let's just click on this column option. So now we can actually add in some content here. So for example, you want to add in some text. You can add in a text, you can add in a video. Let's do a video. Let's just see how this looks. And we just have our filler video right there. You can see it looks like that. And here we can add in additional menus. So there's a reason I created that one WordPress menu. So let's see if it is showcasing up here. Go here, and now we have this mega menu, which I specifically named it for this example. And now if I were to go back, you can see, and we can actually see the links of each of these menus. So now if I go here, for example, let's make this we have it Flexbox full width. Let's see, just content, and let's make sure select on the mega menu this time. Let me do vertical option, even though technically there's only 3, but if you had like more than 3, you could clearly tell it would go downwards. And let's see, text align, looks fine to me. The one thing I want to do is make the styling, typography, and maybe we can shrink this to maybe, let's do like 60. And now you can see that's what we currently have. And if I were to click this now, take a look at that. You can clearly see that has disappeared. And we go back again. So now we can make the actual header part a little bit better looking. So let's click into this. Let's go to the style. Let's see here. We got typography. Let's see. Let's make the content first. Here we go to background type. And let's see, we have this currently has nothing. Let's go here and let's see. You can see that we changed it to red or a gradient color. So let me just do like the light blue we had for the original design. And I believe that's selecting it on the secondary. Let's make sure we have light blue here. And then for the text, let's change the color of the text. So first off, let me check out where do we have that. So content. Actually, I want to make it classic. Actually, just go to menu and let's make the, here it is, the background. Let's do it like a normal. Let's do actually the global colors. Select here, secondary, we can make it the same, that way it matches. And then typography, let's go up here. Select, yeah, here's a color actually. So we can go here, make these whites. Actual typography, I'd have to double check the one that is on the official menu. But if it's, this one's defaulted here, let's see. I'll just keep it at enter for now. And let's see, line height's fine. Then we can go to advanced, go here to background. Let's check out this. Yeah, so this updates that part. So now, if I want to go here and pick this, now you can see we have the full menu option like that. Now it's looking a little bit better. And then let's see here, responsive, everything's fine. Layout. Yeah, so we'll just keep it for now like this. And again, you can play around with these, edit this all you want to. You can adjust the official settings. But now if I select it like that, you can see this is what it currently is looking like. And now if I were to select services, you can see this is what it looks like in terms of the so-called mega menu option. And again, you can add in a bunch of different details regarding that. You can change the styling. So for example, I go to About. If I click here, yeah, let's go to, well actually let me unclick first, go to About. And now you can see I can change this one. Let's do, well actually I gotta go to About and I need to drop down. So now if I click on About here, make sure let's delete this top first. Click here. I can add in like any type of grid. So now if I want to add in a bunch of crazy stuff, for example, we can have a search form. We go back to the plus sign. We can have a paragraph here. We can have another video here. Again, it might not fit properly, but you get the point. You can add in a ton of different things to make the menu look better. And then you can see it's the same concept, just like that. And then you just have to link internally the specific links you want each menu items to go to. But for now, let me actually go back to About, turn that off. And now let's actually publish this and have that there. And you can see, set the condition where templates can be used. And for now, let's just go ahead and add a condition, entire sites. And now let's go ahead and hit save and close. And now let's preview these sites. So you can see we have our menu that we have created here. And you can see the drop down option works. The difference is though, if I click on home, it does not link us to home because I did not have it internally linked. So if I click back on the main home, you can see that actually is here, but it doesn't do anything. So we actually have to go back and hit edit with Elementor the actual header again. So I already have that actually up still. So here I am on the header. And now if I click onto the home tab again, we see that we have our home option here. And for this, I'm going to actually link this. So I'm going to click on this dynamic tags. And then I'm going to look for an internal URL. And now when I click onto here, if I click on the internal URL, I can see the type, I can select content. And then for the search, I'm going to type in the word home. And we should see the home page option here. So now if I publish this and then we preview our changes now we see we're on this current option here. Now I can click on the home, and now when I select it, you can see that we have the home option there. It is selected, showcasing us that we're on the home page. And that is a quick way to create a header like that. I actually went back to the editor and I did the same for these services. I added an internal link, and then same thing for the about. You can go here, do the exact same options. So go here, internal link, and then do here, contents, and we can search. This one could be the about. Select about here, and we can publish this. And then now if we check this out now, go back to our home. So now we're back on the home page, and you might have noticed that the drop down mega menu is not showing. And there is a simple fix for that. If you were to go back to the editor, all you need to do is click onto the header, go to advanced, scroll down, and the Z index, and this essentially is the positioning on your website if you want something to be in front or behind depending on your design. So this will make a lot more sense if you've done some programming, but for now let's just put it at 99. That should pretty much put it in front of everything. Let's try publish again, and then we can go back to our website and see how that looks. So now we're back on the website again. So it's services here. Now if I click on the home, this time you can see we have our menu, and also we can switch over to these pages too. And again, you can see the mega menu is working as well. And that pretty much is how to add the mega menu. So all you need to do is update the design, add the features you want, and that pretty much is how you create that. Feel free to use this, or feel free to make it look better for your websites. And then afterwards, go back to the dashboards, and we can see some more details you can do regarding the design of your sites. So the main thing, if I go back to the dashboard here, just quick overview. The one thing is you can purchase a domain here if you want to add a custom domain to your website, or if you have an existing one, you can add that to your current website you're working on as well. In addition, there's additional SEO and traffic and turning off site lock. Now these are some of the go-to links which you saw at the beginning as well if you want to go ahead and start making a new design. And also they have AI prompts if you want to continue using AI, which I did show a little bit of that into the creation of the websites. But I want to leave it off with one thing, which is how to get back to this dashboard if, for example, you somehow click away from it. So let's go ahead and do that. So here I'm back on my.elementor.com, and this is where you are showcasing all of your subscriptions. And essentially, if your sites, for example, this is the one I have right here, I can click on manage this websites, open WordPress Dashboard or edit with Elementor, and this will bring me back to exactly what we just saw. So I just click on open WordPress Dashboard. This will bring us right back to the WordPress dashboard, and then you can go ahead and continue editing your site just as we've seen before. And aside from that, this is the tutorial on how to create a website with Elementor, why it is the best hosting for it, as well as ways to utilize AI in your website design. So aside from that, be sure to hit the like button and subscribe.